Okay, let us go to file in Microsoft Word. Go to file, new, right? Click on new. Okay, just structs. Now it is spawning, right? Blog post and click on create, right? So here what you have actually, initially when you actually get this, let me just remove and open it again so that you can, uh, you know, just go to file, new, blog post, create. Now you can see it will ask for this, right? Register now. So what I want to do is I want to create my blog post in this page, right? Which means when I create from Word, I want it here. So just copy the URL here, which is this URL. Don't have to copy the page, right? Just go back to this, register now, create a SharePoint blog, next, copy this up, and okay, right? Yeah, it will ask for your admin password. It is connect to the local server again, right? Yeah, so account registration is successful, and you can see it here. When you go to manage accounts, yeah, now you can see that your
Yeah.
this one is registered here. If you click on change, you can see the same URL, right? Okay, now let's go back and create this. So if you remember yesterday, we were doing something with this, right? Let me just open that document. I've just saved it for you, right? In new batch has started, right? So we were in here, right? We just said new batch has started, created from MS Word, right? This was the end of yesterday's. We were just doing and we lost. And I said new SharePoint batch is going to start from 1st May, right? And all, and you can just make it bold to show, and more courses you can just type in some take something in this way and make it much bigger so that people can see this, right? For more details, just contact, just some, yeah. uh, Mohammed is here. Okay, let me give you this ID. Okay, so okay, so here let me give some number of, where you can have just a small contact number and all, right? So a contact number which people can contact, right? And that's it. So we just created a new post, and let him just join here. Okay, hi Mohammed, can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Hi Mohammed, can you hear me? It seems your mic is in mute. You can just ping me if you're.
Hello.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, Mohammed. Okay, so it seems Mohammed is in. I can see his IP over here. Not a problem. You can do one thing, Lakshmi, Trupti, Mohammed. You can just mute up your mics. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you. Okay, okay, muted and muted again. No. Okay, fine. You can hear me now. Okay, fine. Fine, not a problem. Right? So we were in, yesterday's class. We just, I've seen different parts of blog content. I have muted one. Fine, not a problem. Fine, not a problem. Yeah. So we have seen something in this, right? So today we'll be checking out. Yesterday we just, ended up with creating something in through Microsoft Word. So this is where we have just seen, like, we just connected to our SharePoint URL, which is this. So till yesterday we created few posts, which is we have two posts here, new codes being added under admin and all. So here you can see I just we were creating something on share on Microsoft Word, where I want to post this blog post into my SharePoint, right? So for that we just created a header here and we just created some body here, right? Now if you want to deploy it, this is nothing but a deploying a post. So previously, if you remember our web parts when we have developed in our .NET, right, what we used to do, we used to run the .NET code to deploy our web part, and that's where we used to see the web part in our SharePoint, right? Even here you have something called deploy. So how to deploy is very simple. Here you have some publish here, just click on publish. So what it does is it'll talk to the SharePoint server, and whatever is being created, see here the post was published to IT blog at so and so time, right? Now let me go back and clear refresh this. Yeah, can you see this now? Yeah, new batch started, created from, and you can see created by whom, right? And the same thing whatever we have in here, we have just done this. Now let me just edit this up. Let me just add Android, right? And let me publish it, right? So we got published it and click refreshes. Can you see here? So you can do all these stuffs in here itself. Like we were just what we are making is we are just making use of this, and we are touching up a SharePoint server. This is how we do. So your SharePoint server is tightly coupled with not only with Microsoft Office, .NET and Excel, all these things, and Outlook. So we'll be touching upon how to actually sync up with Outlook emails, right? How to get tightly coupled with that. We'll get to that. But these are something which we can see that it is tightly coupled with the Microsoft products, right? Now you can see here, even if you just do some editings here, you can do that, or if you have anything new, just add it here. That's it, right? Just say ASP.NET and click on publish, right? So you can see here it will be automatically published, right? So that's how we actually do from Microsoft Word back to this. Fine. So that is what we have here. Now if you want to change your SharePoint, so you can also manage your SharePoint links over here. If you have more than one SharePoint servers, right, it can be one company can have more than one, because if 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 there are some bigger projects, right, so they may need more instances of SharePoints. So they may get three different servers for installing three different SharePoint servers, right? So if you want to make one Microsoft Word where you can uh, post a single one into all of them, you can just add new, right? Create one more SharePoint burger slot, give some more URL, click OK, right? All three will be there, right? And you can just keep one as set as default, because if you have more than one, whenever you are just taking this, right, it'll take the default one and post, right? So in that way you can create multiple um, host SharePoint host in our blog accounts, right? This is nothing but a blog account which is manage accounts here. Fine, this is the one. So you can see here insert categories here, right? Let me just see whatever you have created here, just came to this place, right? You understood what I'm doing? So I just selected here insert category, click on this. You can see here that we got courses, right, faculties, batches and general, which we have created here, which means again it is again tightly coupled with our SharePoint. So whenever we create a new one here, it will be automatically downloaded to here. Let us see. Let me just create it as it is a new batch started, right? So this comes under our batches. Let me just, so initially when we published it from Microsoft Word, there was no category here. Can you see here? This we created category under courses and then this general, right? But there is no category here because we haven't assigned any category, right? But now we assigned it. Let me publish it again. So it got published, and if you can refresh this, you can see the batches, right? And now let me add a new category and see what happens here, right? We'll just say add new item, right? And so including, see, we are not only learning blog, but we are also learning how Word differently acts with SharePoint, right? So there are so many topics being covering here, right? it's I'm just explaining everything under blog, right? But this can be done in multiple ways. Fine. Let me give title as so we have faculty general, and let me say uh, supervision, something supervision, right? Like it comes for the managers and all. So we added one more category here, right? Let me go back to blog, so you can see supervision here which is being added. Now let's go back to word here, right? And let us just see whether, so we have published it home page. Oops. Okay, when you click on home page, obviously it will take this home page button is nothing but you're opening your home page of this. See, it will take you to this, right? So as of now we'll see this later. And now let me go back. We have already inserted a category, right? Let me just create file new, right? Let me create a new blog post here, right? This is new post for supervision. Let me see whether supervision post came or not. MS Word, right? Insert category, right? You can see here supervision, right? So it is slightly coupled again, right? Just say new one and publish. Oops, just publish it, right? So it will come here, right? Let's go back here and see. So let me just close this and refresh this, right? See, this is a new post for supervision and we got this, right? So that's how you can actually edit your things in here. So let me close this all these things, word and all. Now you may be getting one doubt, like I want to open some uh, post in word. How to do that, right? Let me go to this post, particular post here, click on that. Let me just close this, right? Okay, it is opening now. You can just say don't save. Right here you have something called launch blog program to post, right? This last link which you are about to see, let's click on that and see what happens, right? So it's gonna take some time. So what it does is it will open this blog. Let it open. Okay, this is a new one. Don't save and click on this launch. Okay, so yeah, this is a new one we got, right? Which is opening the same one here. Okay, fine. As we haven't saved it, so whatever we have done here, we haven't saved it here, right? So that's why we are getting a new post to add, right? Let me just go to blog one and blog here, and account is anything else here, right? Okay, then open existing. We haven't saved anything. Let me just check out whether we'll be getting that. Yeah, here you can see, right? We can see that new batches created. Let me select this up. Okay, right? You'll get it because I'm not saving anything locally, right? So what we are doing is we are just opening whatever we have from here, right? You understood? So let me just get back to this and let me make you understand this. So what we have done is, so let us say we are in a home page here. Now every time you don't want to touch this post, like, or certain post, like let us say you have added this, right? First blogging post from corp IT, you don't want to edit from here. Let us say you want to edit from Microsoft Word, where you can add something, right? So let me just add, let me just first let me just click on this launch blog program post. It will open a Microsoft Word for you, right? And here what you have to do is you have to click on open existing, click on this. So when you actually give this password of your SharePoint server instance, it will take you to the list of one sec, let it connect first. Come on. Let me connect back again. Right, open existing. See here, you can see all the things whatever you have. So it will be showing some headings here, right? This is new post for supervision. There is no purpose, right? In the same way, we haven't added anything from Word. We ever did directly, right? But again, you can see the same thing. This is first blogging post from corporate. You can see this, right? Let me open this, and you can see the same blog which will be opening here, right? Now let us say you want to add some more thing like tables and all. You can just go here. Let us add some table, something like this. See, you can actually see the moving of that, right? Let me just take up 3 or some rows. You can do it here, like you can say batches and faculties, and you can just say success rate, right? You just want to show, faculties, right? Something you can actually do, like click on this, and if you want to change your type, you can just change into any type you want, right? Just to make things better, you can actually have the complete you know where is that, and design, yeah, right? You can just type in something here, batches, batch 1, right? Faculty, some sam, success rate, some say 90%, something, right? So we have created some change here. Let me just publish it back again. So it would have been published here. Let me just refresh it, right? You can see that, right? Your blog is updated. So you can also update something called existing blog, and you can create anything over you want, right? Even this is also used for drawing some charts. Can you see here, drawing some shapes, right? You can just select something, right? Let me just select an oval here. You just wanted to show some, thing over here, right? Some thing in here, right? And just wanted to show that let me just add something, right? Text, right? I'll just say just welcome. We're just adding some thing here. Let me just increase this font to some 12 here, right? Something. We're just doing an blog. You can bold it up, and you can just say publish, right? Just come back here, and you can just have edit blog, right? Is it published? Well, oops, oh, sorry, it is still publishing, right? Because the editor here, will give a complete HTML format, right? So whatever you do in Microsoft Word will be covered over here. So in that way, like if you want to show any chart, like if you want to give your success rate in a form of chart, like in Java, the training was very good, and so many guys got place success rate. So those charts, even everything can be shown here, right, in the same format. So for that we'll be using something called Microsoft Word. So let it just get back, right, till that part. Let's resume our topic now. So this is how we create different blog posts, right? And now whatever we have seen is simple creation of blogs and all, and these are complex things which you have from creating Microsoft Word, right? So we got this. Let me just publish it again, right? And it seems it got published now. Let's go back and refresh, and I hope it should get, yeah, you got it, right? So these are we can actually create. And if you know how to create charts in Word, right, and you can actually publish them here, right? You can just go and insert some chart. It's very easy inserting a chart actually, right? And you just have to give something like what values you want, right? Some set of values of some some data, like what is the success rate and all. See, it will be automatically giving you the categories and all. Let us just keep the same thing, and let me just publish this, right? Let us just publish this up, right? So let us see what happens here. Let me just go and check out IT blog, right? You can see a chart here where anyways we have just taken, see, Excel is there, right? So with respect to that, your items will change. let me just get back. You can even make it smaller one, where you can give some better view. And all the chart is again based on your Excel. See, I don't want category 3 and 4, just delete it, right? See, it will make up your chart. Now again, the series, there are two series, I don't want one here, delete this, right? And let me take it as Java and SharePoint, right? SharePoint, just say 2010, sorry, 2012 rate and 2000 some 13 rate, right? Out of 10, let me give it as 5. Sorry, let me give it as some 8 was a success rate and 9 was success rate here. SharePoint, we got 9 and 2009 for 5, right? So that is a simple thing here, you can see here. Let me just publish up here, publish, right? And so it is publishing yet here. Right, come on. So what it does is, it will take the complete content of whatever you are doing here, and will be posted it again here, right? So that's how whenever you open a chart, automatically it will open Excel for you. Don't worry about that. How you are getting these details is, if you select a chart, automatically your chart control, this chart control is a very good control which we have got in Microsoft Office. It's very good. So if anyone is asking for you to get a statistics in SharePoint, always try to use Excel. Whatever you do in Excel, you can directly couple with SharePoint. This is how we do actually, right? Here what I'm doing is, I'm just using my direct Word, Microsoft Word here. We have taken a small statistics here out of 10 something, right? And we just created some views here and posted, right? Now let's go back and see that. So it's some meaningful data we are giving, like, yeah, we have some success rate. Java, it is 8 on 2000, you can see here, right? Blue is 2012 rate, and some brown is 2013, right? We just have drawn something which is meaningful one, and we just started block, right? So this is how we actually do things in SharePoint. And don't worry, your Microsoft Word and Excel will help you a lot in this. And basically your create post itself is a very good tool here, which where you can actually type in everything from here itself. But only thing is, if you want to get some advanced here, you can actually give some bodies and all, right? But even here insert, you can insert some things only, right? If you want to give bigger things like chart or something bigger than that, you can open your Microsoft Word and do it, right? So this is how we actually do something like blogging and all, right? So till here we have just seen the complete blogging thing, and how actually Word and Excel are tightly coupled with SharePoint and all, right? And I hope you remember these three links which are important. Again, there's a comment says something which if you have access, so he can be able to access this and all, fine. Now let's move on to again one more very important thing in blog is permissions, right? Here I know so we have already seen the whole permissions here, but let us see now, like, how different permissions gives you access to this right now. So if you guys remember, we have created IT blog with a separate permission levels, right? Let me go to permission levels. I hope you remember this, right? So now let me just open this up till that point, Chrome. So here, yeah, let it load. Yeah, you can see that it is IT blog members and IT blogs, which is we have created some unique permissions here, right? And if you can see, there is only one owner, and I hope one member, it seems, who is both are same which is admin, right? So let us take up and see whether we are okay. Owner is admin, right? And visitor, we don't have anyone, and members, we don't have anyone, right? Fine. So visitors are one who can only read, right? And members are one who can actually add up to the existing things, right? And they will never be able to do something else, right? And let us see what actually can be done in here. Let me just go to that site, property collection. I'm just opening it in here so that we can just see what actually can be done, right? So now again, our IT block is same as we have created doc IT, right? We created this with a separate permission. So we are not inheriting the permissions of corp IT collection, which is the mother side, right? So in the same way we have created this. So in order to make this accessible out to the outside world, this site is completely exclusive. So you have to give permissions in an exclusive manner, right? So let's open that and see in here how different way your blog can be, shown to other people, right? Okay, let us, yeah. So let me use Sam again, Sam and Sam, yeah. Now you can see Sam here, he can access only these things because he have got permissions. Now you can see he don't have permission to anything else, right? So now let's do one thing, let's go back to corp IT collection and let's remove all the permissions of Sam, right? Now how to check whether Sam, what are the different permissions of Sam, right? You can go to site permissions, right, and you can see check permissions. So I said this you will be using often, right? So these are we use actually. Let me just check what are the permissions for Sam, right? Check now. So we have got something called read in corp IT collection visitors. Now let's go back to corp IT collection visitors here, right? And just we have Sam here, right? Just delete this guy. Okay, right? Now let's go back here. Now let's see that he also have something called sales IT. Sales IT is a separate site we have, right? Now let's go back to corp IT collection and sales IT, right? And under sales IT, let's check what are the permissions of Sam is there. Check here, Sam, check now. Now we have got sales IT members. Under sales IT members, he is a contributor, right? Under sales IT members, let's go here and Sam is there. Let's delete this guy, right? Okay. Now let's go here and check whether this guy is accessible to anything else or not, right? I have clicked on corp IT collection now. Now he is completely out of our this instance corp IT collection site. Now let's go back and give permission to blog here. So I want to give Sam as a permission, site permissions, like let us give first as a visitor and let us see what happens, right? Now we don't have any visitors here. Go to new, right? You can add a visitor here. Let me give Sam and okay. Now Sam is a visitor. Now let's go back here. Now even if you try to go back, it won't go, right? Why? This URL is not correct. Now you have to provide this URL. Let's go back to IT blog and this is a URL which you have to provide. Let me copy this and go back and paste it here. Copy, paste. Let's click enter. Right now you can see that Sam can see this, right? Now here see, so this is the admin, this is the end user. So whenever you just give your block to outside world, so this is how they can see here, they can just use this, they cannot able to see. Your admin can have block tools, right? Here create, manage, but this guy don't have this. You can see what is about this blog, you can have image and all. And here talk about the link you can, you don't have, you have link here because you are admin, and here you don't have. You can just check on like okay, I can use this blog URLs. I just opened it out and it will, because you wanted him, so whoever visits this IT blog, you wanted him to just share these links so that it will be useful for them to check out something, right? So that's why we provide, so he can just see these links. Now come to this part, categories part, right? So here he can see each and every category and all the archives. Can you see here, right? Let's go to batches. See, if you click on this batches again, right, you gave him the, yes, actually the thing is, if they'll be getting the first URL, so your manager, so how in real time it happens is, now you can see here, right? Just blocks now. So how it happens is, see, you will be creating a separate blog for, let us say, certain team, right? And you will be sharing that URL, which is the URL is nothing but this is the URL, right? This is the URL, IT blog default. So you will be sharing this with them, and you will say that yes, this is a blog for some team. Let us say the team name is some utilities team, some team, right? And you'll give it to manager, and you will make that manager as a, let us say, admin, or someone as a member. Now a new guy joined to that batch, and that manager just emailed you that yes, you I want even Sam to give permission for this, right? Then what you'll do, you'll give permission to Sam, and you'll send a mail to this Sam using this URL, right? So when he actually when he actually tries to access this site, right, so then he'll be getting like this. So once he just copies his URL, he'll be getting to give username and password. And when he gives username and password, oops, Sam, what's up here, right? So once he gives his username and password as provided by company, right, he'll be taken to the blog page. And yes, each and every you don't, because this URL, see, your blog URL will be very famous, that he will be asking only for permission for that. So when anyone is asking for permission, which means he will be knowing your URL, right? For which blog he is asking permission, he should be aware of, right? So you don't have to worry about the sharing a URL, right? This will go like anything, but only thing is you have to make sure to give what is the permission type you are giving, right? So now here you can see all the posts. Now you can see here, there are 0 comments here, and you can actually, he can just email this link again, the same as that, and he can go to this. Now let me go to this post again. See here, he can just see the comment, and he'll never be able to do anything else. Can you see here? Let's go back to IT block again. So we have some comments, right? We have some comments for this guy, right? New courses. Click on this. See here, he can just see comments. Okay, who are all have given comments, that's it, but he will never be able to act on this. He can just see how many comments are there and what, because we have given Sam as a visitor, that's it. So you can just go through each and every blog, each and every post, and you can see that, that's it. He will never be able to do anything else. Fine. So that's our blog. Now let us see one more thing here. So he'll be having access to each and every category, but in only read mode. You can just if you click on comment, right, you just let me go to batches again. Yeah, when he clicks on comment, it will actually go to this actual blog, and if there are any comments he can see, otherwise no, right? He can see each and every. Now he'll also have access to you know um, the archive. So here you can see that on April 2013, you can see here, right, on April 2020 is today we have created 2 things, and yesterday we have created 2 more posts, right? So this is how we can see all the archives. So when month gets added up, like May, like you will get one more link here, right, if you are actually adding any post, right? So that's how it will be. Now, so and one more thing is, he'll never will be able to do anything here because he's a complete visitor. Now let's go back and give him as a as a member here. Let's go back to IT block, go back to site action, site permissions, right? Again, site permissions is one thing which will be used very vastly, right? Just that's why I'm always trying to give more picture in here. Site actions, remove the user from visitor. Oops, we have removed owner. Okay, not a problem, we'll just add owner again. Admin. See, these type of mistakes we'll be doing, and if you just delete one user and you just stay calm for 5 minutes, you'll be bumped with so many mails. This can happen, right? I was about to delete a visitor here, Sam, but I deleted a owner, right? And you can just think of how much disaster can happen, right? So this guy will be working on some bigger things, right? And we just deleted his permission, so everything will be collapsed. So make sure you are doing this right thing, right? Go to this actions, remove user from this, and it will ask here, do you want to remove? Yes, check out. Yes, you are about to remove someone called Sam. Click OK. Now again go back and see. If you click on this, he'll never be able to do. Go back to site. No, he will never be able to do, right? Because he don't have any permission. Let's go back to members here, right, and click on new. Let's give an Sam here and click on OK. Right, now a Sam is a member of this. And who is a member again? Member is someone who can actually where is that? Okay, site permissions, and you can see members are contributors. So contributor is one here, which is a default permission level being added in SharePoint, which will actually gives you permission to add to the existing data, right? Now let's go back and click on back to site. He can go back because we have given a permission. Now check here. Can you see here now? you can actually add a new post, manage post, right? And you can actually give a command. Let me go and click on this command. See, you can give a command, right? Let's go back to IT block. So we have new batches started. Let us click on comment, right? And see, yeah, this yeah, just say, yes, can I get success rate chart of SharePoint? Just something here, right? There's some post here. Just click on submit command, right? You can submit anything here. So when he submits over here, come back to any other user, right? And just go back and see what happens here. So you'll be getting one comment here, and click on this, so you can see his comment here. So this is how we just gave him some member level, right? Now he can also see, he can add a new category, because he can have his own categories, right? So whenever he adds this category, which means he's adding to this block. So that's why only managers and leads can have these things, right? So you will never be able to do, some other stuffs again. So you can post a new one, manage post and all, and launch a program. Again, you can open everything in Word, right? Now, so these are the access permission levels will work on this blogging actually, and how to actually create different things using Excel and Microsoft Word with this, fine. And we have something called uh, yeah. Now, yeah, so let's go back again to admin. So if you remember, we were talking about create post was when you actually want to create a post here. You also have one more thing called save as draft, right? We haven't seen that. So let us see what happens to that. Now let me say this is a future future post. Just say this is a future post, and I want it to go live on, let's say, some 25th of April. Just a small post I'm creating, right? And I'm creating it on a supervision category, right? Add it up and just say 25th, right? Let me just publish date on, okay, you can give this 25th, or let me give as 20, but I want to save as draft. So when you save as draft, see, you will never be able to see that post, right? But now how to make it live here, right? So for that, you have something called all site content again. So go to all site content. So when you go to all site content, you will see all the parts, web parts here, right? Now go back to post, because we have posted something which is not live. Click on post, but again here in post you can see everything which is existing and all save and all. Now can you see here? So this is here, right? And it is pending approval, right? Because this is not been gone live. So whenever you add something, right, and you have to, so he, if you give a member role or someone, he himself can make it approve, so that whenever he approves, which means he is actually making it live. So how to make it live? Again, click on this, right, and just say edit item. Click on edit item, right? And when you actually click on edit, it will open this, and you have something called publish. Fine, click on publish, right? Now you can see it's approved. Now go back to your site again, IT block. So now you can see this, right, post. So these are we actually make. So you can save your post, whatever post you want, right? And you can do this in this way. Fine. And now again, let us see what happens if you do it from Microsoft Word. Let me just open this Microsoft Word again, right? And let us see how this works when, if you want to actually save this, right? Let me go to file, right, and something, click on file, come on, and new here, right, and blog post, create new, right? So now when you actually see, it is not asking for anything, because you already have configured it, right? You already have configured. Okay, we don't have log on this, remove. You already have configured this, right? And it will be, it will stay in your registry, in your local PC, right? And let me say, just say it as saving post, something, saving post from MS Word, right, to MSS Microsoft SharePoint, right? And just say this will go live on some date, some date, not right, sub blah blah. We can just make it some big and make it some visual light and just give some size in here and just make it bold, right? Something. Now here in publish you have two things here. Let me click on this. It says publish, direct publish. Publish the post to blog. This, people can be able to read. And we have something called publish as draft. So let me click on publish as draft and see what happens here. So I've clicked on here and let me give this password. Now it says post was published to this. Now let us see whether this saving post from my MS Word to MSS is been there. So when I refresh this, you will never be able to see, right? Because it is been saved. Now let's go back to all content again and posts. See, you can see it here, right? So again we have added again from our Microsoft Word here, and we are just using something called publish as draft, but you are not using anything else, right? Now let's go back here and click on this, right? Or you can also do it from here. Approve, reject. Click on this, approve or reject, right? And approve. Even if you have all these things, if you reject, it will be rejected anyways, right? Let me just approve. Just say approved some command and click OK, right? You got this approved, and let's go back to post and blog. You can see saving post from here, right? So this is how we work now. So this is already been done, right? So now let us say I'm just changing this to date something some 25th April, right? And I'll just publish, right? I'll just publish it up, and it got published. And let me refresh this, right? It directly get effective. So which means, it is again working in the same way. If you want to make it save as draft, it will save as draft, and if you are making anything live, it will actually go live. Now there is one more thing. Let us say I'm changing this subject line here, MSS. Let me just say 2010, and let me publish this, right? I published it. Now let's go back and see what happens when I click on this, right? Can you see even this is changed? So you can even change this, which means it is directly connected now. It is directly connected to your this. Now let us do one more thing in here. I just want to don't save this and click on file, new here, blog post, create, right? Now here let us copy this link again, which is this. Copy the same, same title, and let me add something again. Let me just add this 2010, right? And say this is duplicate post something, right? Let me give this some green color, right? And this light and so 20 bold, right? Now let us see what happens here. Let me just publish it up, right? It's been published, and go back and see title blog. So can you see it will create a separate thing with this, even if your title is same, right? But what is happening here is the instance of this is different. Now whatever you change to this, right, whatever you just to do this, like creating some table and all, just go back to post and publish, right? It will be published in here. Where is that?
So whatever you do in SharePoint in the IT blog, it's
Yeah, sorry,
linked to Microsoft Word.
yeah, sorry Trupti, what is that?
Whatever you do in the SharePoint IT blog, it links automatically to Microsoft Word and vice versa. They just, every time you publish, it publishes both sides. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
exactly. No, the thing is, whatever you do in SharePoint may not be in sync with Word, but whatever you do in Word, let
Oh,
us say I'm not,
in Words.
yeah, exactly, right? So if I'm not opening this Microsoft Word, right, so it is not connected, right? But if you open your
Right.
Microsoft Word and connect, which means it is connected directly, and it is
Connected.
connected to the
Okay.
existing instance. Fine. Yeah,
Right.
right. So even now you have these two duplicate titles, right? Let me just go back to launch blog program, and let us see whether these two are being there or not. Let me just go back, click on OK, and let me just give some setting again. Okay, it's successful, and let me open this. Can you see here? right? You can see two different things here again, right? You can select this, so you'll be getting this one, which is nothing but your this one. And if you want to open the second one, double click on this or click on OK, right? You'll be getting this. Fine. So this is how we actually work with, we have seen different ways, right? How actually you can save this up from Microsoft Word or in SharePoint and all, right? And the same things will be automatically published in this SAM's one. If you click on this, automatically he'll get the update, right? Updates of all. These are duplicate posts and all. Now anyways, this part again is again compatible with, something which is not painted here, but it is all browser content, right? If you actually do something in
Right.
here, it will be posted. Not to worry about that, right? Don't save, and just say go back here and just say this is column, and just say something and publish this well, and go back here and go back to Sam and just say this, right? He'll be getting, but anyways he is not able to see the table here, right? Which is again a Chrome problem. It's a browser based, not a problem. But actually your SharePoint always prefers to go for something which is Microsoft Word, right? Now let me just log into Sam here and let us see whether this table is coming or not, just to have a quick check. Let me give here as a Sam and Sam here, right? Can you see here? I'm logged in this Sam and you can see this, right? And again I'm writing the same Sam and here, and I'm not able to see. That's a browser problem. It is not able to show this because this will show because it is tightly coupled with Microsoft Office, right? So that is how. Let's go back to admin again, sign in as different user and click on admin and admin, right? So that is how we actually create blocks and different things in here, and that's how actually we. So there is not only for this, it makes sense for even other things, which is we'll be checking out more things of tightly coupled thing in few more classes, right? And we'll do that. So most probably you will be doing in this way, how to create and all, how actually go to archives and see, right? How to manage these, how to make comments, right? And also how to delete comments. You have to more be sure on how to actually delete comment, because if there is an concern we have seen, like you have to go to manage comments and you can see all the comments whatever are there. You can just go to that post and you can say to delete this, right? You can say that if you click on edit, you can go back and delete this item, right? So that's how we do. And this is a complete wiki and blogging which we have, right? So that's how we actually do the things. And make sure again permissions are something which are again very important over here, right? Make sure that whoever wants a permission, just make sure to give to only those persons, right? And the two, ask for permission levels. And whenever you are asking for permission, yes, there is one more problem. I have faced this in my real time actually. Whenever you ask for permission level, right, don't ask permission level whether he want a contribute or this. No, that is not the correct one. What you have to ask is, you have to ask permission in this level, right? Let's go back to where is that permission levels, right? And let me click on contribute, right? You have to ask him, if he is saying that he want to contribute, right? You have to ask him all these things, okay, whether he want this, he want this, he want this or not, right? And then if you feel that your existing contribute one is not able to meet all those things, your manager says that yeah, he should be a contributor but he should not be able to add item, right? Then you have to create some other facility, or like some other permission level as contributor, and just remove all these things. That's it. Fine. So that's how we actually give these things. But once what we have done, our we when we were developing, what we did was, it was not a blog anyways, it was some other site where for some certain pages, where there was a document library which is completely hierarchical based document. We just gave a contribute and in braces no manager delete. And we forgot to give, see, we made something like only something like which delete items. We forgot to uncheck some edit. You can also see delete versions, right? We just gave delete items. and we forgot to give real version. So what happened is, some guys was able to not to do this, but he was able to do the previous versions of the it, and there was a mess, right? So that's why whenever you are going for any management to get the access, take a printout of all these things and ask him what exactly he wants, because in each and everything you can see the description, right? You can see the description here. So go back and check everything, and with respect to that request, do the permission levels, because this is very important again here, right? So this is all about wikis and blogs and how we actually tightly couple with ms word and all we have, right? So you have any doubts in here, Mohammed, Trupti, Lakshmi, right? So actually,
Uh,
yeah,
I have one doubt
yeah,
actually.
Lakshmi, yeah.
When we are creating the blocks in Word,
Mm-hmm.
MS Word,
Mm-hmm.
if you will give two URLs,
Mm-hmm.
then that will be posted to both the websites.
No, no, no. That is like, see here, when I click on manage accounts here, see, when you, let us say I have two URLs, right? Among them, one will be default. One will be default. So whatever you post will be posted to only one URL at once, right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, don't get confused anyways. At once, only one URL will get posted. It won't post to the multiple. It
Okay,
is,
so I can't post to both URLs.
so you can, I mean, how to post is again make it as set default. Can you see here? You can make it this default or this default, right? So the thing
Okay,
is,
one at a time.
exactly, right? And and one more thing, I'll just show you something here again. Let me just manage accounts, and let me just delete these things, right? Now, whenever you actually open this, don't save. Yeah, let me go back to this. Don't save. Yeah, let me go back to this again. New, right? Blog post, right?
Mm.
Create. Now whenever you first go here, right, which means he's already logged
Mm.
into some URL called itblog1, right?
Okay.
itblog1, he's itblog1 is again nothing but a same URL, but we just created one more name, that's it. Actually this is the same one, remove this. This is the only one actually, right?
Okay.
Now let us say I don't have any of this, remove, close, and let me close this now, right? So whenever you just go to new and blog post, it will be asking you to register first, right? So at this
Yeah.
point you have to mention your URL first, right, which was this.
Mm. Mm.
So first let us give one URL, and I'll explain you the next one, right? And it was successful. Now it is completely connected your this one, right? Now let us say we are adding,
Yes.
so other, we are adding one more, which is SharePoint blog next, and let us say I'm adding the same one, but it gives something like blog one. Let me add new again, SharePoint blog next, let me add some more. But you can see different, right? I can have different URL also, right? But which means to the to the Microsoft Word there are three different URLs, right? But whatever you are
Yes.
creating here will go to your default one, fine. If you want to post it to some other, just go to manage accounts, change the default to this, close and post, it will go and post to that URL, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how
So
you,
the
yeah.
same blog I cannot post to two URLs. I want to create separate, right?
If you want to if you want to give it to two different URLs, you can just select those URLs and post.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what my question is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you can do that, but you have to
If
select
I
it from here.
Okay, I can select two things, right? I thought only one thing I can select from
No,
here.
no, no, you can set anything, you can set anything as a
Okay.
default, yeah, you can do that. Fine. Any more doubts? Any doubt? Trupti, yeah, you were asking something.
Yeah, when you created Sam, and then you posted, copy and pasted the URL
Uh huh.
from your IT blogs to the next one. I'm just confused how which one like you give to them, for Sam can get permission.
Okay, like this is admin. Whatever I've opened in my IE Internet Explorer, I'm logged in with admin, right?
Okay.
So whatever I'm logged
Okay.
in with my SAM, this is okay. Let me just minimize this to this level so that you can understand, right? So now, so this guy is a SAM. Now, when we gave when we gave permission to SAM, let me just check permissions where we gave SAM. Check now. It was member. Okay. So let's go to IT blog members, and let me remove this now. Now, okay. Let us start with a fresh. Now, so SAM don't have any access, right? Sam don't have any access,
Right. Yeah.
which means now
Right.
he cannot use this page. Now let's go back to new tab. Let us forget about this, right? Whether we have this or not.
Okay.
Now let's go to IT blog. Now here in IT blog visitors, let us say you want to give Sam as a visitor, right? The first thing is I'll go and add the user here, which is new Sam here, and let me click on OK. So now here, which means he can access my blog, right? So
Okay.
if you want to
Yeah.
access, I have to give which blog to access, right? So I'll just go to this URL. This is your URL of your blog. When you go to IT blog, right, you can see here, right, in corp IT collection. So this is corp IT collection URL, if you remember, right, because there is a
Yeah.
port,
Yeah.
right, and then we have a site named IT blog, which is IT blog, right, and the page whatever you
Okay.
can see in a front page is nothing but a default page. Now let me just copy
Okay.
this, right click and copy, and now I'm going to, so let us say this is some workstation which is in Sam's PC, right? Let me just copy this,
Okay.
paste it up here and enter. Now what is happening is this admin is in one PC and Sam is in some other PC using his own laptop to browse onto my blog, right? So what I'll do, I'll give
Yeah.
permission here, and maybe if you don't know the URL, I'll copy this URL and I'll send it to Sam, right?
Some.
Now you can see, right,
Okay.
it is logged into Sam and he can see the blog post. So
See
that's why
everything.
copying and
Okay.
pasting URL is nothing but just copy this URL and send it to someone. You can email them, right? So that's why we actually copy this URL.
Right.
Fine. Yeah. So that is what you understood. So is this making sense,
Yeah.
Trupti? Yeah. Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Any more doubt, Mohammed? Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, fine then. So that will be all for today, right? Let me share this video. Just try out wikis and blogs, right? And I
Yeah.
hope when you try out wikis and blogs, you will be getting more doubts on how Microsoft Word and Excel is tightly coupled with SharePoint. Just get with that more doubts. As more doubts you get, right, you will learn more, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
then let's
With
wind
my
up
other
here.
question.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
you need
asked
you
you a
have to come
question
to my
about
screen so I
this
can show you.
difference
Okay.
between 2003, 7 and 10 SharePoint. There is no difference, right?
I'm sorry. Can you just? I got two questions here. Lakshmi, just please go on. What is that?
I asked you the difference between the SharePoint
Mm-hmm.
2007 and 2010.
Okay.
Only the it's any major difference or
No, no,
it's
no,
the
no.
same?
Actually, so we won't say it as difference. We will we should use the word called upgrade. So when compared to
Okay, okay,
2007, the
okay.
experience of 2010 is more. When compared to
Okay.
2010, a bit will be more in 2013. That always will be there, right? As you see, it's like
Okay.
in Windows XP and Windows 7, you are comparing two things, which means you have got much more
Yeah.
user feel and more functionality. Yeah, that is what we have. But basic functionality, yes, you are
Okay.
right. Even 2007 have got the basic functionality of block.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah, Trupti, you are asking
So
something.
so
Yeah.
it's the same if I
I
work on
have the
2007
user
also, right?
permissions, the unique user permissions.
One
If you
second.
could log on to my
Yeah, yeah, I'll
system.
log on. Yeah, in
Okay.
2007 again, you can also use your Microsoft Office, right? You can use Microsoft Word, not a problem,
Okay.
right? You can use that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then if it is clear now, I'll just pause this video. Just go on. And Trupti, once we are done with this, let me see your screen. Not a problem. Okay.
Okay.
And
Fine.
Lakshmi can will just I'll just see your screen tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we'll just clear your SharePoint thing, right? Right, Lakshmi?
Okay, okay, no.
Okay,
No,
okay then.
okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
let me just wind up.
Yeah, tomorrow there is a class. Trupti was saying yesterday that
I don't know.
you will take you off tomorrow.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you will signed off, so
Okay, okay. I don't know because I was signed off, and you three had any discussion on this? Okay, just tell me.
no, she was saying like that. I don't know. I have
Okay,
to
okay,
call
okay. Trupti,
her.
what was that? Okay.
Oh yeah, I need to give you my screen.
No, 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 no. I mean, we were just discussing. I'll access your screen anyways, right? Let me just
Okay.
yeah, I'll access your screen, but oops.